Hey everyone! Tonight, the Montreal Canadiens take on the Ottawa Senators at home. Last night, the Habs lost to the Columbus Blue Jackets 5-2 in Columbus, and I believe the Ottawa Senators beat the Detroit Red Wings 4-3 at home. So tonight, Ottawa's on the road and Montreal's at home, and they both had back-to-back games. So I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to tell you some stats. My keys to victory, what I think of the game, and my prediction for the game, and that's all right here at Talking Habs, home of Habs hockey. If you can't tell by what's around me, where everything's dedicated to the Habs and all things hockey. And if you head down there, you can subscribe, ring the notifications bell, and that's going to get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. And while you're at it, you can hit the thumbs up if you like it, and leave any comments you may have about the video, about your prediction for the game, anything you'd like in the comment section below. Okay, so to start off on a bit of a sad note, Bobby Ryan, no, he didn't die, is away from the team, so he won't be playing. He's in the NHL assistance program, so my best wishes to him. It's tough, life is tough, and good on him to go and confront whatever problem it is, whatever it is. That I don't know what it is. I'm talking off the top of my head. So speedy recovery to Bobby. I hope you all wish him a speedy recovery as well. Yes, he may be playing for another team, but he's still an NHLer, and we're all behind him. Okay, so Montreal, like I said, is playing the Senators tonight. They're at home. They were on the road last night. They put up I'm going to say a stinker. No, we're not blaming this one on the refs. There were only, I think, 5 penalties in the whole game, so that's not too bad. I didn't find any blatant calls. Oh, there was one. Shouldn't say that. Yeah, there was one bad call on Montreal. I saw the replay, and like the Columbus player, and I don't remember who it was, like he threw his head back and the ref called maybe that was the high sticking penalty. I'm not sure which one it was, so there was a bad call. And apparently one of the refs in tonight's pretty bad ref, so we'll have to see. Not going to blame all our troubles when we lose on the refs. Okay, so Montreal is 11-6-4. They're third in the Atlantic. They fell down to third because Florida won last night, and that they're 1 point difference. So Florida's 1 point ahead of Montreal. Montreal's 5 points back of Boston at this point. At home, they're 6-3-1. And against the East, they're 5-3-4. In their last 10, they're 6-2-2. They've scored 74 goals, and they've given up 67 goals. On the other side, Ottawa is 9-11-1 and 7th in the Atlantic. On the road, they are 3-7-1. Against the East, they are 7-7-0. Last 10, they are surprising 6-4-0. So this isn't. They're going through a good phase where they're doing okay. They've scored only 59 goals and given up 69. No, don't laugh at the 69. Okay, so goals for per game. Montreal is at 3.43 for 8th. Ottawa is only 2.81 for 20th. Goals against, 3.14 for 19th for Montreal, 3.24 and 21st for Ottawa. So they're giving up roughly similar amount of goals, as you can tell by the goals against, right? Power play percentage. Montreal's at 19.7, and that's good for 16th. And this is worrisome to me because that number keeps coming down. It just keeps coming down. They're not able to keep that propped up, and it's worrisome because of last year's power play, which was a stinker. Ottawa, speaking of stinkers, is at 8.3% for 31st. Montreal knows what that's like, although they weren't nearly that bad. For PK, this is where we're in the bottom, 71.2%, and that is last in the league. And Ottawa is a respectable 82.7, actually pretty good, at 14th in the league. Now, the leading scores for each team: Tatar, 7-13 for 20; Weber, 6-11 for 17 points; Deneau, 6-10 for 16 points. On the other side, Pajot has 12 goals, 4 assists for 16 points. Pretty good, the 12 goals, and I believe he's a plus 16. So pretty good numbers on not a great team. Connor Brown, 2 goals, 12 assists, 14 points. Anthony Duclair, 9 goals, 4 assists, 13 points. Now, in net, I don't know who it's going to be. I haven't been able to find out for either team. So, Price did play last night, and even though they did lose, he didn't have an overly he didn't work. They had 26 shots. It wasn't a hard game for him necessarily. He is 10-5-2 with a 2.75 goals against and a 9.11 save percentage. Kincaid is 1-1-2 with a 4.23, which is nice. That came down from last, I guess, because it was higher than that, I believe. And an 8.87 save percentage, not good. On the flip side, Nilsson is 6-4-1 with a 2.79 goals against and a 9.24 save percentage. Those are good numbers. Anderson is 3-7-0 with a 3.31 goals against and an 8.94. That's not good numbers for Anderson, especially good goalie. I guess he's having a bad year. So Ottawa seems to be on an upswing right now with going 6-4-0 in their last 10. And usually they do give us a good game. So if I were Montreal, especially after losing last night to Columbus, who's also a lesser team, I wouldn't take this team lightly at all in any way. You got to come out and establish your game. So these are my keys to victory. First of all, don't take any penalties. Even though Ottawa has a horrible power play, right now our PK stinks just as bad as their power play. And with our luck, I say our, I hope everyone realizes I don't play for this team. With Montreal's luck, I realize they don't play, don't worry. They'll score on us on the power play because our Montreal's PK just sucks right now. They gave up 1 goal last night in 2 opportunities. That's 50%. That brings that number down, and it's also on its way down, and we're last in the league as it is. Okay, so they must establish their game of speed and skill. We got a more talented team than Ottawa has, and we need to establish that fact, and really early on. They got to play full 60 minutes. Again, this is a team that you can't take lightly because when you do, they're going to beat you. Especially, there's a pretty decent rivalry here, and they usually have a good performance against us. So Ottawa's D has been really good of late because that's what I read. The reason for their upswing, their D has been pretty good. So we got to find, and they have a good penalty kill. So we've got to find ways to score on them. If their D is going to perform and their penalty kill is good, we're going to have to find ways to get in there and score. That's going to be one of the missions of the game. RD has to tighten up and support the goalie better. They didn't do that very well last game. Not to say for the last 5 games or whatever they've been bad, but last night, that D needs to tighten up. And they have to shut down the Pajot line. I don't think he's a center, but whatever line he's on, they got to shut him down on that line. I don't see what else to, that's basically, it's going to be a simple. Play their game. Don't get fancy. They're still adjusting to the new lines. I haven't seen any lines because I don't think they skated today because they played last night. So I imagine they're going to be the same as last night. There might be an adjustment. We'll find out game time. So my prediction for the game, since both teams played last night, I think it evens it out, right? It's not one team on a back-to-back. It's like they just had rest and everything. Should be even. I'm gonna predict this as 3-1 Montreal. 3-1 Montreal. They average almost 3 goals a game. Ottawa, I realize that. I just think Montreal is going to want to make up for that bad performance last night. They have the capability. They're a more skilled team. I think they skate better than Ottawa, and I just think if they put it all together, they should be able to hold them to 3-1. So that's my prediction. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. You can do that down there. And while you're on the way down there, subscribe and ring the notifications bell. It's going to get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge and hook you up with my channel every day. And I guess that's it. Oh yeah, leave any comments you may have in the video in the comment section about the video, about my prediction for the game, and whatever your prediction is, and who you think might have a really good game, and maybe who you think is going to get the first goal. So leave that in the comment section. And that's it. So go Habs, go! Let's kick some Senator butt. I think we're going to do that tonight. Bye, y'all. See you after the game. Take that back. I've got a podcast coming out later today, and I'm going to live stream the first period. Don't forget. Hope to see you there. Bye, y'all.